Hey guys, Scott and Amber. We are back. What did we said earlier the week, and we said we were going to build this shop, the shop house. And this week, or later this week, we decided that we're going to redo this house. Maybe. Now we're sitting in a house that was built in the 1800s, in the early 1800s. It's a log home. It's still are still here. It's behind the layers of pink and green and purple and all the other colors that are back there. And you'll see later on in the video here, we'll show various different rooms. We're going to take the floor up in there. We're going to do a little more exploration in that area and see if we can, just replace the two sill plates, the back sill plate and they're actually not sill plates on a cabin, the first row of log on each side, because from there up I can see right now that they're in good shape. So, and we know we have two rafters that are short, that are on the back wall that have rotted out. Now the rafters are probably about 3 foot apart on these over here, and they're just basically logs that are cut and braced up. So we can replace those. We can actually take logs from the farm here. We can take them down. We can mill them down, and we can replace them. So that's very little cost other than time. And that's one of the things that we really like about thinking about fixing this cabin up to where it is livable, is we don't have to dump a whole lot of money in it. We will have to dump a lot of time in it. But money's not that big of a deal to be able to get it livable. The bathroom, yes, it had to be gutted and completely redone, new fixtures and so on.
But I think it's less time than the building.
Yeah, we could probably get it done in less time. I know we can be in here by winter. Even if we're not done, we can still be in here. While it's still a work in progress, we can be in this house. The kitchen, it needs a lot of work as well. It was built later on. It's an addition onto the back of the building where we're sitting now. It was built later on, and it as well has seen more damage from the erosion from the hillsides, silting in underneath the cabins, raising the ground elevation, and when it does, it allows the moisture to be closer to the wood and start the rot process. And that's what it's done on that portion over there and on that back corner. This in here, I think from what I can see so far, all the main structures are good. There is a 1 or 2 piers that are rock piers that have either slipped over or been knocked over, that need to be restabilized and jacked back up. So we'll have to jack that up. Some underpinning to go underneath the house. We'll have to put some board and bat on the back of the house where I built the fire too close to the house and melted the siding off of it. It actually didn't melt off, but it warped the heck out of it. So we will have to replace the windows as well, and then new flooring, finished flooring on top of the plywood that's in here, and finished flooring for the bedrooms upstairs.
We might be able to take up the plywood though.
We're gonna look, because we do have one little bad spot over here that the plywood has to be replaced in, and if we can take it up, get back down to the original subfloor, and if it is a good hardwood floor that's not in too bad of damage,
we're just gonna sand it.
We may sand it down and fix that. But I'm not sure if that'll happen. I'm really not sure if that'll happen in this go round, because the house is not insulated. Underneath the house is not insulated, and the several layers of wood that's on top of it kind of act as an insulation. So it would be a lot warmer to have this on the floor than back down to the original bottom floor. It'd be cold feet in the morning. That's what we're looking at now. In a few days, that may be different. Let's go check this place out.
You can see right here the doorways, they're pretty wide. That's the thickness of the logs. The shot's going into the kitchen area right there. I cut a hole in the floor here, probably stored something down here of value, whether it be drugs or no telling what. This place was pretty quite a wreck when we got in here. But right here you can see the logs. They're exposed, and they're not in bad condition. See the chink marks still on them. Shiplap was wrecked where they tore it out. It's kind of a mess, but I think we can still use those, and I think it'll work out just fine. There's a lot of different layers here. The shiplap was covered over with newspaper, and then thicker layers all the way through it. Just decorative paper too.
But as you've seen before, this is the other little room. You can see the slope in the angle of the camera here across this back wall back here. The sill plate is gone off of that corner of the cabin, and the building slopes down pretty badly. All right, well, there you have it. That's the look around of the cabin. Like I said, subject to change. We take this floor up over here, we get a good look at it, we start discovering more problems than what we want to deal with or what we can deal with right now, and it's subject to change. But this is what we're looking at. We're super pumped about it. This is one of the things that really brought us into this house originally, was the old log cabin that's here from the 1800s, and you know, it would be such a waste to see this thing go to waste for the boards and the condition that they're in. So we're or for the logs anyway. We know that there is value in the cabin in itself, as selling it like it is, having somebody come in and demo it and take it down and relocate it and refurbish it or repurpose the lumber. We own a sawmill. We've considered that, trust me. But we're not sure, you know, this floor over here might be that determining factor. Since this cabin is in such better shape than that cabin, if worse comes to worse, we may take that one off and turn it into picture frames or flooring or something. We just don't know. But you'll be the third to know when we do know, because we'll be doing a video on that again. All right, guys. You like what you saw? I know I talk a lot. I'm going to get away from that here very shortly, because we don't have time to talk. We got time to work, and that's what we have. We've got a lot of work to do, a lot ahead of us. Just so much. It's unbelievable. So anyway, we're going to catch you on the next one.
Bye.
And we'll catch you on the next one.